Whenever you face any setbacks in your life, it might seem like you are the only one. It might seem like everybody else's life is running smoothly, perfectly. Why me, right? Have you found yourself asking this question whenever you are in trouble or whenever you are facing the lows of your life, you are facing challenges, or you are at your all time low rock bottom? It happens. We make comparisons. We feel that why us? Why not someone else? Why is it constantly happening with us? Why does it happen to us again and again? It is a very negative frame of mind, and trust me, the number of struggles in everybody's lives are equal. The number of highs versus the number of lows are equal in everybody's life, no matter if they are the president of the country or they are the poorest person in the on earth. The amount of happiness is equal in everyone's share. The amount of sadness is equal in everybody's share. The number of highs and the number of lows are equal. Now you may say that how is it possible that somebody who is ultra rich is also as equally sad as somebody who is ultra poor? That's not possible. But have you ever seen someone closely? Have you ever seen a rich person very closely? Have you ever seen a poor person very closely? You might be surprised to find that the rich person is unexpectedly not as happy as you would expect, while the poor person who does not even have the basic necessities of life might be much happier than even you, who is somewhere in between, right? So you don't know anybody else's life, you haven't seen it closely, but it is true that the number of highs and lows in everybody's life, the number of struggles and the number of things to be happy about or joys in life are equal. So that's the most fundamental thing you need to understand, is that somebody who is in a positive frame of mind will always remind themselves that they could be worse off, but they are better off, and they would find themselves being grateful for the blessings that they still have, irrespective of whether they are currently facing a challenge or not. So they keep counting their blessings, they keep being grateful instead of being ungrateful. Whereas those who are in a negative state of mind, who make it appear like they are the only victims, that it always happens with them, it doesn't happen with anybody else, that I have the biggest share of lows in my life, nobody else does, I have an unfair share of lows in my life and very little highs. Trust me, it's just your negative frame of mind speaking. There is no truth to it. The difference between somebody who is able to navigate their highs and lows well versus somebody who is not able to navigate their highs and lows because they are mostly in the victim mentality is only that one person is counting their blessings, being grateful for what they still have. Cancer ho gaya, they are still grateful ki I am still alive, I still have some more time. Thank God the others in my family are fine. Thank God there is cure and I can be cured. Thank God the medicine field is so advanced that there is something that is treating me. Even if they've lost a lot of money, they might be grateful that thank God I still have my hands and feet, my arms and legs. Thank God I still have my brain intact. Thank God I still have all my learnings of life, all my wisdom with me. So even if I've lost all the money, I can still get it all back. Thank God I'm still breathing, I'm alive. So that's how a positive person or somebody who knows to navigate the highs and lows of life behaves or says to themselves. Whereas somebody who is in a negative state of mind, in a victim mentality, will constantly tell themselves and reinforce the thought that they have a lack of something. I mean, if they have cancer, they will keep blaming God, why with me? Why not anybody else? Why did it happen with me? Okay, if they've lost all the money, they would be like, now everything I've ever done is all lost. Mere paas kuch bhi nahi, I just don't have anything. They still have the arms and legs and brain and body, right? They are still alive, but they forget. They say, I don't have anything and I just can't go on. Okay, that's the only difference. See, the difference is not in the number or the extent of lows that one is facing. The difference is what their mind is telling them, what stories they are playing in their mind, whether they are being grateful or ungrateful. So that is the difference I wanted to point out today. Please do not look at anybody's social media to decide who is happier. Please do not look at anybody's bank balance to decide how happy they are. Please don't look at anybody's dressing or outfit or how they look to decide how happy they are. Their relationships, their status, their fame, all of these things do not describe the happiness or sadness in a person. A person who wakes up, cleans the streets, and goes back to sleep with hardly one meal a day might still be much happier than somebody who's sitting in a penthouse with everything happening for them. They are just not having to do anything and still they are making money. They might be much worse off in terms of mental health than the person who is just sweeping the streets every single day. So we make our highs and lows, okay? We make our lows lower and our highs higher. We can make our lows also to seem like they are not lows at all. It's all about the mental narrative that we are playing. So think of a movie in which a little girl is carrying a little toy doll in her hand and she's walking along a corridor, and it's a dark corridor and the camera is following her from behind. Now, if a horror music plays behind the scene, it would look like such a horror scene, isn't it? But what if you replace that sound effects, that music behind the scene with something very cute, very bubbly, very cute music, right? It will not be a horror scene anymore. It will become a happy scene. That's the point I'm trying to make, that the circumstances in front of you are the same sometimes, but our mental narrative makes them a high or a low in our life. Okay, so tomorrow your car may get broken. You might have an accident and your car is all shattered. Now the mental narrative can be that I lost my only car, my god, I've lost so much money, I worked so hard to buy that car, and you just drown into negativity and sadness and treat it as a low point in your life. Whereas another narrative that you can play in your mind, the circumstance is the same. Your car got badly beaten up or collided and completely broke. But the narrative that you are telling yourself this time is, oh, thank God I'm safe. Thank God nothing happened to me. It's just a car. I know I lost a lot of money, but I can still make money again. But what if something would have happened to me? What about my family? What if this life would have ended? God, I wanted to do so much in this life. I still want to do so much in this life. What if something would have happened and it was no more? So your life is all about the mental narrative that you're playing. It's okay, highs and lows of life will keep happening. God is not against anybody. God has given us all equal lessons to learn, and trust me, all the lows are only lessons. They are not here to rob you of any of your happiness. If you look back at your life, all the lows that you have faced till date, they have only made you grow and made you wiser, right? So even the lows come in our life so that we can elevate ourselves and become much better version of ourselves. And with that being said, the same circumstance can appear to be a high or a low in your life depending on how you process it, what is the mental narrative, and what is the story you tell yourself. That's all I wanted to discuss today. Namaste.